Hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to be here with you. Today, we'll be exploring the topic sentence structure for CBSE Class 7. This is our first slide, which serves as the cover. In this session, we'll look at the components and types of sentences, understanding why they are important for building correct and effective sentences in English. We'll also see how mastering sentence structure can really improve your communication skills and help you express your thoughts clearly. So, let's get started and have a great learning experience together. All right, let's take a closer look at the basic parts of a sentence. First, we have the subject, which is who or what the sentence is about. It's like the main character in your story. Then, there's the verb, which shows the action or state of being. The verb is what the subject is doing or experiencing. Next, we have the object. The object receives the action of the verb. Think of it as the recipient of what the subject is doing. Moving on, we also have the complement, which provides additional information about the subject or the object, helping to complete the meaning of the sentence. Then there are adjuncts. These add extra details like when and where something happens, giving more context without changing the core sentence. Finally, all of these parts work together to form clear, complete sentences that convey precise meaning. Understanding these components helps us analyze and craft better sentences, which is essential for effective communication. Let's take a closer look at the example on this slide. It's a simple sentence. She reads books. Notice that it contains only one subject and one verb. This is a key feature of simple sentences. The slide also highlights that a simple sentence has no conjunctions, which are words like and, but, or that connect ideas. Instead, it consists of just one independent clause, meaning it can stand alone as a complete thought. Understanding these points helps us recognize the structure of simple sentences. They are straightforward, clear, and easy to understand. This simplicity makes them the foundation of good writing and communication. Remember, when you see a sentence with just one idea and no connecting words, you're likely looking at a simple sentence. This understanding will help us as we explore more complex sentence types later in the presentation. Now let's take a closer look at what a compound sentence is. Essentially, it's a sentence that joins two or more independent clauses using conjunctions like and or but. These conjunctions act as connectors, helping us combine related ideas into a single, more fluid sentence. The key point here is that each part or clause can stand alone as a complete sentence, but when we connect them, it creates a richer, more complex thought. Understanding how to compose these sentences is important because it allows us to express ideas more naturally and cohesively. This concept ties into the overall theme of enhancing our sentence construction skills to communicate more effectively. Now let's take a closer look at some important words like if or although. These words are called subordinating conjunctions, and they play a crucial role in connecting parts of a sentence. They introduce dependent clauses, which are parts of a sentence that can't stand alone on their own. Instead, they rely on an independent clause to make sense. For example, a dependent clause might be, although it was raining. But it doesn't give us the full idea until it's connected to an independent clause like, we went for a walk. Speaking of independent clauses, these are the parts of a sentence that can stand alone and still make sense. They contain a complete thought, like, we went for a walk. Understanding how these pieces fit together helps us grasp complex sentences more easily. Complex sentences combine dependent and independent clauses, giving us more detailed and nuanced ways to express ideas. So, in the context of our overall theme, mastering these connections allows us to craft clearer, more sophisticated sentences, enhancing both our writing and speaking skills. I wanted to go, but I was tired. This sentence is a great example of a compound complex sentence. It has at least two independent clauses, I wanted to go and I was tired, which could stand alone as separate sentences. And it also has a dependent clause, but I was tired, which connects those two ideas. This combination of elements adds more depth and clarity to the sentence, making it more expressive. Understanding how to use compound complex sentences can really help improve the richness and complexity of your writing. It's especially useful when you want to show relationships between ideas clearly and effectively. So, in the context of our presentation theme, mastering these sentences can help you communicate your thoughts more convincingly. Now, let's talk about why effective communication is so important. When we can convey messages accurately, it ensures that our ideas are understood just the way we intend. This clarity helps us avoid misunderstandings and builds stronger connections with others. By refining our ability to express thoughts effectively, we become better at sharing complex ideas in a way that's accessible and engaging. Improving our writing skills also plays a big role here. Clear, well-structured writing makes ideas easier to grasp and remember. Furthermore, when we focus on enhancing clarity through proper sentence structure, we make our messages not only more professional, but also more impactful. Good sentence structure helps us organize our thoughts logically, making our communication more persuasive and easier to follow. All these points tie back to the overall theme. Mastering effective communication is key to sharing ideas successfully and building meaningful understanding. Now, let's take a closer look at some common writing errors that can really trip up our clarity. First, we have confusing meaning. This happens when our sentences don't clearly convey what we intend, often because of misplaced words or unclear phrasing. Next, misplaced modifiers can cause a lot of confusion. They happen when descriptive words or phrases are not positioned close enough to the words they're supposed to modify, leading to misunderstandings. Moving on, merge multiple ideas improperly. That's when we combine different thoughts into one sentence without proper connection, making it hard for the reader to follow. Then, there are run-on sentences. These occur when a sentence lacks a clear subject or verb, or when two independent ideas are joined without proper punctuation or conjunctions. Lastly, fragment sentences are incomplete thoughts. They lack either a subject or a verb, making the sentence feel unfinished. Recognizing and fixing these errors is essential for clear, effective writing. They can obscure your message and distract your audience. So, always review your work carefully and aim for clarity in every sentence. Let's talk about some tips for crafting better sentences. First, it's important to proofread for grammar. This ensures your message is clear and professional. Second, aim for variety in your sentence structure. Mixing short and long sentences keeps your writing engaging. Third, be concise. Get straight to the point without unnecessary words. Fourth, keep your sentences clear. Clarity helps your audience understand your ideas easily. And finally, always try to connect your points to the overall theme of your presentation. These tips will help make your writing more effective and compelling. Now, let's talk about how to really strengthen your sentence-building skills. Engaging in exercises is key here. First, I recommend creating examples for each type of sentence structure. This helps solidify your understanding and makes the concepts more tangible. Next, analyzing different sentence structures within paragraphs is a great way to see how they function in context. It's not just about knowing the rules, but seeing how they work in real writing. And of course, practice and application are essential. The more you practice constructing and analyzing sentences, the more natural it will become to craft clear, varied, and effective sentences. Remember, these exercises connect directly to improving your overall writing skills, which is the core theme of this presentation. By actively engaging with these activities, you'll develop more confidence and versatility in your writing.